Hey guys, it's Mrs. Chef Check, and today we are going to take a look at solving multi-step equations. The equations we're working with today are similar to ones we've done before. This time we are going to still have some integer coefficients, but we're also including decimals and fractional coefficients. In addition to that, we're also going to have some equations that involve using the distributive property as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Make sure to set up a page in your notebook so that you can copy down these examples as we're working and push play when you're ready to continue. I want to remind you about the previous notes that we've taken on solving equations with variables on each side, and if you don't already have these recorded somewhere, I would pause and get these in your notes before we go any further. All right, here's our first equation. We're going to start by separating our left and our right side and then just going through our steps. Let's start with using our distributive property. We have three groups of 8x, so 3 times 8x is 24x, plus 3 times 12 means plus 36. And then we're going to drop down our minus 15x equals sign. And on the right side, I've got 2 times 3 minus 2 times 3x is 6x. All right, so we've distributed. Next step, combine any like terms that we can. Remember, like terms have the same coefficient, so the same variable. So I've got 24x and I've got a negative 15x. When I put those together, 24 minus 15 is 9x. I'm just going to bring down my plus 36. And on the right side, I have 6 minus 6x. All right, we've combined our like terms. Next up, we're going to get all of our x's on one side of the equation by using inverse operations. So I am going to add 6x to the right and add 6x to the left to cancel the x's from the right side of my equation, and that leaves me with 15x plus 36 and 6 over on the right-hand side. Next up, I'm going to move my constants by using the inverse operation, subtracting 36 from both sides, and I have 15x equals negative 30. Final step, we're going to divide by that coefficient of x so that we have x on the left and negative 2 on the right. Now this problem asks us to check our solution, and although you can do it on every equation, you won't be required to on every equation, but let's see real quick what that looks like when you check. All right, so we're going to take our answer of negative 2 and plug that back in place of x. So I'm going to go 3 times 8 times negative 2 plus 12 minus 15 times negative 2 equals 2 times 3 minus, I'm going to run out of room here, 3 times negative 2. All right, there's a lot going on there, but let's just kind of break it down. Let's simplify the left, simplify the right, see if they equal each other. So within parentheses, I've got negative 16 plus 12. That's negative 4. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. And then I'm going to take this here. I've got a negative 15 times negative 2, or minus 15 times negative 2. That becomes a positive 30. So on the left side, I have negative 12 plus 30. That equals 18. Let's see what the right side equals when I simplify that. I've got, within my parentheses, 3 times negative 2, that's negative 6. So I have 3 minus negative 6, which becomes 9. And I multiply that by 2, and I get 18. And so you can see on the left side, I have 18, and on the right side, I have 18 when I plug my answer back in, which proves that my answer is correct. All right, let's take a look at another one. This one has some fractions in it, but don't let those freak you out. Let's just go step by step. We're still going to start by distributing, but when you're looking at this, you're just doing 1/2 times 6, right, or 1/2 of 6. A quick way to do this when you're multiplying fractions and whole numbers is take 1 times 6, that's 6, and then divide it by 2, and you get 3x. All right, so half of 6x is 3x. Then you have half of 4, so minus 2. And then you're going to drop down your plus 6x equals, now over on the right-hand side, I've got negative 12 times 1/6. So if you know a 1/6 of 12 is negative 2, that's awesome. Otherwise, you can just do I would just go 12 times 1, that's 12, divided by 6 is 2. And so it's a negative 2x plus negative 12 times 2 is negative 24. Lots of little things to look out for there. Now we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. Over here I have a 3x and a positive 6x. Again, I always take that sign in front. And I see 9x minus 2 equals, on the right side I don't have any terms to combine, but I am going to go negative 2x. I'm going to turn plus negative 24 into just minus 24. It's a little bit less to deal with. Next step, I'm going to get all my variables on one side of the equation. I see over here I have 9x, and over here I have negative 2x. Since negative 2x has a smaller coefficient, that's going to be the one I'm going to get rid of first or cancel out. So I'm going to add 2x on both sides so that I can get my x's on the left. I have 11x minus 2 equals negative 24. It's getting a little bit simpler here as we go. And now we're going to get rid of this minus 2 so we can isolate our variable on one side. I'm going to do that by adding 2 to the left and adding 2 to the right. And I see that I have 11x equals negative 22. It's looking a lot cleaner right now. Final step, we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient, leaving us with 1x. And on the right side, negative 22 divided by 11 is negative 2. So we get an answer of x equals negative 2. And you could plug that back in for x and see if the left side and the right side equal each other in order to check it. But for sake of time, I'm going to move on. And here's our final one that we'll do together. This one is a distributing property that involves decimals, but again, our steps are still going to be just like the previous slides. So we're going to start by distributing. We have 6/10 times 4, or 0.6 times 4, and that is 2.4. All right, and then I'm subtracting 0.6 times 2x. Well, 0.6 times 2 is 12, so this is going to be 1.2 instead of 12. X. And you can certainly grab your calculator as you're doing these as well, but some of these numbers are going to be pretty easy to work with for mental math. Over here, watch out on the right side, I'm bringing down 20.5, but I have to subtract 3x, and I have to subtract a positive 10. So I'm doing minus 3x minus 10. That can be a spot where people make some errors, so just watch out for that. Then I'm going to go ahead and see if there's any terms to combine. And I had nothing on the left, but on the right side, I've got 20.5 minus 10. Notice I'm taking the sign in front of that number. And so 20.5 minus 10 is 10.5. All right, and I still have minus 3x, and that leaves me with the left side of 2.4 minus 1.2x. All right, we've got our terms combined. Now we're going to try to isolate our variable on one side. Over here, I've got negative 1.2x. Over here, I've got negative 3x. I like to get rid of the one with the smaller coefficient first so that I leave myself with a positive coefficient at the end. And so by adding 3x to both sides, I can meet that goal. So it cancels out over here because that's 0. And so I have 10.5 on the right side. On the left side, I have a negative 1.2x plus 3x, and that's 1.8x, and I still have this 2.4 I'm going to bring down. Sometimes people get stuck with what to write here. Since this was a positive answer when we do this, when we added those, we just put plus 1.8x. All right, we're closer now. All we have to do is isolate that variable. I'm going to do that by taking 2.4 off the left and taking 2.4 off the right. On the left side, I have 1.8x, and on the right side, I have 8.1. My final step is divide both sides by my coefficient, and 8.1 divided by 1.8 gives me an answer of 4.5. All right, so that's it for the examples we're going to go through together. If you feel like you need some more practice, you can try one or two or all of the problems in front of you. If you do that, just try it on your own and then push play when you're ready to check. And as always, please reach out to your teacher if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. And here are those answers if you were checking. This was for the first one. This is the second one. Here's the third one, and there's your fourth one.